Hello guys, welcome back. For this video, I want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I would like to introduce a new series called Musical Sketchbook. If you have a better name for it, that is very to the point. Let me know in the comment section down below. Moving on to the second thing, I got a sketchbook for Valentine's Day, which was, I don't know, it just made it even more special to me than just I really needed a new sketchbook. I decided that I would fill it up with well thought out drawings and illustrations instead of just my usual scribbled ideas and a whole lot of words that don't really have anything to do with art for real, because I don't really carry around paper, but I carry around a notebook. So if I need to make a really fast list or something, then I will write it down in my sketchbooks. But for this one, I wanted to change things, and I also wanted to share the experience. So I came up with the idea to go to you guys and, with priority given to my patrons, of course, take your song requests and make an illustration based off of what that song made me feel for each page. Now, of course, they need to be appropriate. I don't want any song requests for really horrible songs that talk about denigration of humanity or animals. I don't play that game, so you can save that for yourself. But other types of things, I really don't mind. I like themes on sexuality. I really like nature. I like a lot of chill music. Most of what I listen to is chill, but any song is a good idea. I really think that this is good for me too, because I need to work on my conceptualization skills and definitely my compositional skills. Okay, so for this song, the request was from a patron, and it is titled The Island Part 1 by Pendulum, a band that I'm already familiar with, but this song I hadn't heard until probably a week and a half ago. So with it opening up, and me, after listening to it the first 2 times, my thoughts were filled with glittering gold colors and pixelated shapes. Think old 8-bit games like Super Mario way back in the day, and also a kind of teal or like sea green color. They're 2 very different colors, but definitely sea green. After about the 10th time of listening to the song, the golden yellow color was pretty solidified, especially since the lyrics, besides being sexual by nature, do talk about light and the sun. And through word association of the sun, I thought about Japan, since it has been called the land of the rising sun in Western culture. I decided to go over and look into Japanese flower language, because I love flower language, and look for flowers that represent feelings of passion, of lust, of even romance, if I couldn't find anything else. But I did find that cactus blossoms represent lust, and I thought that was wonderful. And because I didn't find a particular cactus, I went with pear cactus blossoms, because I grew up with a pear cactus in my front yard. Moving on, I decided to use a woman, of course. That's what I'm used to, and it's a pretty easy route for me to go. My first thought was a space lady and a sun in the background, or like with her inside the sun, and I decided against that. As I listened to the song more and more, I kept having this image of a mermaid seducing a guy who definitely wanted to be seduced that day. And since the words also brought to mind the little death, if you don't know what that is, you should Google it. I decided that the sun should be melting, and I figured that the pixelated colors that I kept thinking of would be great for that melting sun. And so my whole idea, all these little ideas in my head just kind of came together in the form of a mermaid lady who is rising from the water, and it looks like she might be, while she's rising, might be speaking to someone. Somebody, when I'd shown this sketch to people before I even started to do the actual drawing of it, their response to it was someone who was speaking to a lover, and I thought that was perfect, and I kept that idea. And so, it's a woman who's rising from the water surrounded by pear cactus blossoms. Don't ask me how the flowers of a thirsty plant made it into the water with this lady, because that is totally inconsequential. They're there for symbolization, simply for the symbology of it all, and a melting sun. I got rid of the galaxy surroundings because it just didn't sit right. And I do not know how to make a galaxy with dry media yet, so I just set that aside for later. But I kept the melting sun in the background and made it fill up more space than her. But overall, I really liked how it came out. The pink flowers was way more pink than what I intended for it to be, but that's perfectly okay. But I really liked this. So anyways, if you have any song requests, any songs that you would like to see interpreted, and to hear how I interpret your favorite or not favorite songs, leave a comment in this description below. And you know what? You should also check out the song. I'm going to play it in the background, but you should also check out the song and let me know how you feel about it, and let you know whether or not my interpretation of it is how you envisioned it. So thanks guys. Bye. Slow release seems like your traveler is eager to move me. My reflection